Preparing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready for Shavuot, and very unique or challenging times, and we're going to address that in one moment. I'm here together with Roman Gajdush, who is helping us translate the message for the holiday of Shavuot.
Prajem vám príjemné popoludne, dámy a páni. Blíži sa nám sviatok Shavuot, teda veľmi jedinečné obdobie plné výziev, a preto si trošku pripomenieme, v čom spočíva tento sviatok, a je tu s nami aj tlmočník Roman, ktorý bude to, čo poviem v angličtine, tlmočiť do slovenčiny.
First of all, I want to direct our attention to our brothers and our sisters in the land of Israel. We are with them. The distance, the physical distance doesn't create any separation. On the contrary, we are very close. Many of us have relatives, but we are Am Echad, we are one nation. And we are praying to God that this terrible situation should end very soon, and things should be restored to normal. And the best would be that Mashiach comes right away and takes us out of this exile, and we merit a very good truth.
Mysľami sme s našimi bratmi a so sestrami v Izraeli. A ani tá veľká vzdialenosť, ktorá nás fyzicky delí od nich, nám nezabráni v tom, aby sme na nich mysleli a súcitili s nimi. Koniec koncov, mnohí z vás a mnohí z nás máme v Izraeli príbuzných a sme Am Echad, sme jedným národom. Modlíme sa k Bohu, aby čo najrýchlejšie bol koniec tým hrôzam, ktoré v súčasnosti zažívajú. A modlíme sa za to, aby čo najrýchlejšie prišiel Mesiáš, ktorý nás vyvedie z tohto exilu, tak aby nám zjavil tú absolútnu pravú pravdu.
You know, there's a guy that went to Ashdod, or maybe it was Lod, to the restaurant, and you know, he ordered a full meal, and obviously he was the only one. There was no one else in sight, and the waiter is serving him, bringing him one course after the next course, and things are dragging on.
Povedzme si príbeh chlapíka, ktorý v Ašdode vošiel do reštaurácie a objednal si viacchodové jedlo a bol úplne sám v reštaurácii. Pomaličky tieto jedlá mu prichádzajú, dostáva ich.
Now, I understand that probably you all know what's going on in Israel. I don't need to tell you, but those are, again, our prayers and are with our brothers, especially in these cities of Ashdod, etc. So on that, we continue.
Možno, že len na dovysvetlenie, určite viete, kde sa najmä situujú tie problémy v Izraeli, čiže myslíme na tých ľudí, ktorí zažívajú tie hrôzy v meste Ashdod a v meste Lod, kde skutočne je situácia veľmi vyhrotená.
So the waiter is getting a little impatient. This person, he's one waiter, he's sitting already for 1 hour, and and then he gets dessert, and every few minutes the waiter keeps saying, "Do you want a drink?" "No, I don't want a drink." He's just sitting and sitting and sitting.
Takže vráťme sa k tomu príbehu. Je úplne jedinou osobou v tej reštaurácii, takže pomaličky tak dokončí to jedlo. Príde na rad dezert a čašník sa neustále pýta: "Dáte si ešte niečo, pane? Dáte si drink?" On všetko odmieta, jednoducho tam len sedí a sedí v reštaurácii.
Finally, after an hour, after the last course, the last drink, and he's not ordering it, he says, "Excuse me, sir, would you like to pay? Is there anything that you're waiting for?"
A následne na to, keď si nič neobjednáva, tak sa ho spýtajú, že zaplatíte za to? The waiter asked. Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Čašník sa opýta: "Zaplatíte za všetko to naobjednávané jedlo?"
He says, I'm waiting for, we call it in Hebrew, azaka, which means I'm waiting for a siren so I can pick up and run away.
A on odpovie: "Ja čakám na azaka, na zvuk sirény, tak aby som to všetko mohol zobrať a ujsť bez platenia z reštaurácie.
I'm saying it as a joke, and of course we always need to be happy. So, but at the same time, we're praying for our brothers and sisters. My daughter just came to me a few minutes ago and told me that her teacher in middle of teaching, her teacher, she learns online. My children learn online and her teacher is in a city called Kiryat Malachi, and all of a sudden, without any notice, the teacher ran away from the computer. They heard the siren and disappeared for. So I told my daughter to suggest to her classmates that they should say a chapter of Psalms. So really, it's not a laughing matter. I'm just, everything needs to come with happiness, and know that when we are doing when we're praying, when we do extra mitzvah, it helps for our brothers and sisters. And now we can continue with the discussion of today, which is Shavuot.
Samozrejme, ten príbeh z reštaurácie bol myslený len ako vtip, aby som trošku odľahčil túto neľahkú situáciu, pretože my počúvame veľmi konkrétne svedectvá, konkrétne príbehy, ako napríklad teraz moja dcera prišla, vysvetlila mi, povedala mi, čo sa udialo počas online hodiny, keď jej učiteľka z mestečka Kiryat Malachim zrazu musela utiecť spred počítača za zvuku sirén a deti tam ostali sami bez učiteľa. Ja som navrhol, aby si povedali niekoľko žalmov. Vo všeobecnosti nejaké micvy naviac a modlitby vždy pomáhajú v takýchto situáciách. Ale poďme k samotnej téme dnešného stretnutia, poďme k sviatku Shavuot.
I want to say that this year is a very special year as far as number-wise, and I'm not going to get too mystical. I'll just mention it, and at another chance we can talk about the significance of the numbers. But this year is 3,333 years since the giving of the Torah. So it's a very special year.
Tento rok je skutočne zvláštnym rokom, čo do symboliky čísel. Nechcem pôsobiť veľmi mysticky, ale skutočne uplynulo 3333 rokov od odovzdania Tóry.
Which that means that it was, if we go back, it was 2,448 years since the creation of the world, or in other terms, it would be 1,312 BCE.
Can you repeat the previous number to the creation of the world?
Since the Torah was given on the year of 2,448, which the other number would be 1312 BCE.
Teda, inými slovami, to odovzdanie Tóry sa vlastne odohralo v roku 2448, čo zodpovedá roku 1312 pred občianskym letopočtom.
So the question is again, how are we going to celebrate Shavuot? And I want to say, whether you're living in a bigger city where there are services, whether you're at home, the rules don't change. Whether you're celebrating with the community, with your family, or alone, we just want to go over a couple of points.
Bez ohľadu na to, kde strávite sviatok Shavuot, či je to väčšie mesto, kde sa bude dať ísť do synagógy, alebo ste na takom mieste, kde sa nedá ísť do synagógy, bez ohľadu na to, či prežijete tento sviatok s komunitou, s rodinou, alebo úplne sám, pravidlá sú rovnaké. A teraz si prejdeme niektoré aspekty tohto sviatku.
Number one is, as every holiday, we want to prepare, we want to make our house nice. Which is to have a clean house. We also want to take a shower as we would do before Shabbat. And in addition, on Shavuot, there is the custom that we know, we've discussed it last year, which is to decorate the homes and the synagogues with flowers or with trees. But I'm just mentioning that very briefly.
Čiže to isté platí ako pred všetkými sviatkami. Dáme dom do poriadku, poupratujeme ho, dbáme samozrejme na osobnú hygienu. Niečo podobné, ako keby sa blížil šabat. Ale počas sviatku Shavuot okrem toho ešte ozdobíme dom, aj synagógu, a to buď kvetmi, alebo nejakými vetvičkami zo stromov.
We're going to light the candles this year. On the Shavuot begins on 16 at night. So before the entry of the Shavuot, before sunset, we light the candles and we make two blessings.
Tento rok začne sviatok Shavuot neskoro večer 16. mája, čiže ešte pred západom slnka zapálime sviečky a povieme dve požehnania.
The first one is Baruch Atah Hashem, as we would begin every single blessing, and then we end it with Asher Kidishanu B'mitzvotav Vitzivanu Lehadlik Ner Shel Yom Tov.
Čiže začneme tak, ako zvyčajne, a zakončíme to tým, že dopovieme aj až do Yom Tov.
And then the second blessing, which is said and on every occasion where there's something new, is the blessing of Shehechiyanu. We say the Shehechiyanu blessing. Most you can always find or reach out to me if you need help by my email. But I think many people that are watching already know these blessings, so make sure to make these two blessings.
No a druhé požehnanie, vtedy, keď sa deje niečo nové, Shehechiyanu, ktoré určite poznáte. A nezabudnime teda na toto požehnanie.
Also, as we'll discuss a little bit in a few minutes, being that on Shavuot, as on every big holiday, there's going to be Yizkor, we light a special candle, which we call a yahrzeit candle, for our loved ones that passed on, for a father, for a mother, for a brother, for a sister. Some people have the custom to light one for each, and some would light one, including everyone.
A nezabúdajme na to, že musíme zapáliť tzv. Yahrzeit sviečku za našich zosnulých blízkych, a pomodliť sa modlitbu iskor, respektíve maskír. Niektorí robia tak, že zapália za každého zosnulého, ktorého si pripomínajú osobitne jednu sviečku, a niektorí zapália za všetkých zosnulých jednu jedinú sviečku.
Again, a lot of these ideas were discussed in the past, but I'm just reviewing it. This is the point of this small video, which is that if you, in case you forgot to light the candles before the sunset, as long as you are only transferring a light, which means if you have a lit stove and you are transferring the light, you can light these candles also on the Chag, also on the festival. The only prohibition is to light a new light, which we're not allowed to do on the Chag.
Ak náhodou zabudnete zapáliť sviečku pred západom slnka, je možné ju zapáliť z nejakého existujúceho zdroja, napríklad zo zapálenej rúry. Jediné, čo je zakázané už počas sviatku, je vytvoriť nové svetlo.
Of course, as every Chag, they are the prayers that are said in synagogue or at home. And following that, we have the Kiddush, Challah, the festive meal. And following the meal, there is the custom, which is to stay up the entire night until dawn and to study or to read parts of the Torah.
A ako v každý sviatočný deň, samozrejme musíme odriekavať modlitby, či už doma alebo v synagóge, pomodliť sa kiduš, dať si dobrý barches, slávnostné jedlo, ale pri tomto sviatku by človek nemal spať a mal by bdieť až do úsvitu slnka a čítať si napríklad časti Tóry.
And here we come to, I would say, the most important element of the Chag, which is the time when we remember the receiving of the Torah, which is one of the main reasons why we're celebrating Shavuot.
A teraz prichádzame k najdôležitejšiemu aspektu tohto sviatku, teda k momentu odovzdania Tóry, respektíve získania Tóry, čo je vlastne predmetom tohto sviatku.
The Lubavitcher Rebbe of blessed memory would encourage men, women, and children, even infants, to come to the synagogue, and it's for the hearing to listen to the 10 commandments, the Aseret Hadibrot.
Zosnulý lubavický rabín nabádal skutočne všetkých mužov, ženy, deti, aj tie najmenšie deti, aby prišli do synagógy a vypočuli si 10 prikázaní.
And this will take, usually in synagogues, it's in the morning. Again, check with your local synagogue. And if you don't have a synagogue, make sure to print out or the 10 commandments before the Chag, or if you have a book of, if you have a Chumash, find the 10 commandments, prepare it in advance, and we are told that when we read the 10 commandments, especially in the synagogue, but also at home, it is spiritually the same thing that happened, although we cannot feel it, but our souls definitely have some intuition that this same holiness God is giving us the Torah again on Monday morning, the 17th of May.
Toto čítanie 10 prikázaní sa väčšinou koná v synagógach ráno. Skúste si overiť v tej synagóge, do ktorej sa chystáte, o koľkej to bude, alebo si vytlačte doma 10 prikázaní, alebo keď máte doma chumaš, tak jednoducho zabezpečte si tlačenú verziu, aby ste tieto prikázania čítali, pretože duša má istú intuíciu a skutočne z duchovného hľadiska zažíva tie pocity, ako sa to dialo v čase odovzdávania Tóry.
Make sure to have some good cheesecake, very important. And if you have children or small children, make sure to give them good kosher ice cream and treats, because on every holiday we're supposed to enjoy it. And good food brings out the good, happy soul as well. So make sure you have some of that on Monday.
A nezabudnite, bude to v pondelok, teda aj to čítanie 10 prikázaní, to sa deje v pondelok 17. mája. A nezabudnite na dobrý cheesecake, na košer zmrzlinu, ak máte deti, aj na nejaké sladkosti pre deti, pretože ak si máme nejaký sviatok užiť, a tie príjemné pocity idú aj cez žalúdok.
Now, I just want to end off with a very important thing. You all know, probably everybody listening over here knows that Maskir is said on Tuesday this year. In Israel, it would be on Monday because there's only one day of Shavuot. But any other places in the world, we do the Maskir either again in synagogue or at home on the 17th, on the 18th of May, Tuesday.
A nezabudnime na modlitbu Maskir. Vieme, že v diaspore máme 2 dní sviatku Shavuot, teda v Izraeli sa bude Maskir modliť 17. mája a v diaspore, teda aj u nás 18. mája v útorok.
Last year, Martha suggested that we do it in the same time that they would pray in the synagogue, so maybe at 11 or 11:30. Main thing is to, when you come to this prayer, be aware that, first of all, your parents or your loved ones need and are waiting for your prayers.
Minulý rok Marta navrhla, aby sme to urobili všetci v rovnakom čase, či už o 11. alebo 11:30, ale nezabudnite, že vaši milovaní čakajú na túto chvíľu, na túto modlitbu.
But also remember that when you pray, and when we pray for our loved ones, they are praying for our well-being and for our families, for our children, for good health, and we can all use a lot of that now. So this is, I would say, very, very important to do it. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to message me. And otherwise, I want to wish you all a happy Shavuot, and God willing, we'll all see each other in person very soon. Chag Sameach.
A nezabudnite, že keď vy sa budete modliť za vašich zosnulých blízkych, je to vzájomný proces. I vaši zosnulí blízky pošlú vám veľa životnej energie a veľa ochrany, čo je veľmi dôležité v týchto časoch. A preto mne už skutočne nič iné neostáva, len zaželať vám príjemné sviatky Shavuot, Chag Shavuot, Sameach a všetko dobré.